Hey guys, SpinoDude here, and I'm back for another LEGO MOC showcase. If you've been staying tuned to the channel, you'll remember that I think it was a month or two ago, I did a MOC showcase of my LEGO Horizon Zero Dawn Corruptor that actually got some really good feedback and a lot more response than I thought it would from you guys, and you were asking me if I would be interested in making more. And I did just finish about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I finished this MOC, but I just got around to doing the showcase video now. But anyway, without further ado, here it is. It is my LEGO Horizon Zero Dawn Watcher MOC. Now the Watcher and the Corruptor are two of my favorite machines for their unique appearance in the game. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more right now. This might be it just for the moment on the channel, but I'm really happy with the way this came out. Now if you're familiar with the video game Horizon Zero Dawn, it released this year, 2017, back in February, and it is incredibly popular amongst the gaming community. The characters, the story, the graphics, the environments all captivated me when I finished reading through the story and watching gameplay videos and such. And I thought it would be fun to try to replicate some of the machines from the game into LEGO form. So anyway, enough of an introduction with that. This is the Watcher from Horizon Zero Dawn, the first enemy that you come across in the game. Now personally, as a little bit of a disclaimer, I do not play Horizon Zero Dawn myself, which is unfortunate. I do not own a PS4, which is too bad, but I'm hoping to get one someday and experience this game for myself. Now some of the machines in the game are without doubt loosely based off of modern day animals and extinct animals, and without doubt if you look at this Watcher you can see it has the basic body build of what appears to be a theropod dinosaur. Because of its small size and aggressiveness, I'm going to say that it's most likely based off of a raptor or dromaeosaurid. Now the Watcher is a very alert, dangerous, and agile machine. It has this long tail-like structure on the back of itself to balance it out on its two fairly thin and small legs, and on the front it has this large scanning eye-like appendage that lets it see its targets clearly. When making this MOC, I decided to make this base with some basic foliage here on the bottom to cover up these hinge pieces. If you can see the feet here, I'll bring it closer to the camera. You can see the feet are clipped onto these little hinge pieces on the base. The reason I had to do that is because I wanted to make the size of the legs and feet as accurately sized as possible. They are downright tiny in the game, but I just couldn't find a way to actually balance this thing out by itself without making a base with clips on it. So what I did is I just put the clips on this base, covered them with foliage, and it sort of looks like a little display piece that I'm really happy with. Now there's a lot of articulation with this figure here. It's a bit fragile sometimes, but you can see it can rock back on the Technic pins on the hips there. It can sort of have a low, sort of curious look. It can spin the head as well, and it's on a hinge there, so it can spin. It has a lot of expressiveness. The neck has actually three points of articulation there with hinge pieces. You can see in the center as well. The tail has a lot of hinge pieces as well, but I like to keep it in one space simply because it is very stiff and pointing outwards from the back of the machine in the game. Now, unlike my previous MOC, which is the LEGO Horizon Zero Dawn Corruptor, I was unable to show you how I actually built that because the building was so complex and it took me 2 weeks to make. This took me about 4 days to make altogether, but I'm going to take apart different sections very subtly so you can see exactly how I built them. Now here is the Watcher's head. Now this was the hardest part for me to make simply because I had to make it look as accurate to the video game as possible. Now if I remove this Bionicle or a Hero Factory armor plate on the top there, you can see the construction is fairly simple underneath. I just have this sort of brick with different connection points there with a hinge piece there, this long tube connected with an axle pin, and the eye is attached to that. This little build, you can pause if you want to see how that's built. That connects right to the bottom, and then the Hero Factory part just connects with that little Technic piece to the top and sort of shells around it and makes it look protected. Here's a closer look at the neck itself, which is pretty simple, so if you want to see how that's built or just want to use it as reference, you can pause the video. Here's a look at the tail build, which is very similar. It just has some different colors in comparison to the neck build, and you can see the tip of the tail is different as well. And again, pause the video if you want to see how to build this. And finally, we have the legs and midsection. So there's the legs, which are very simple, so you can see those there. And on the top here, I'm going to pull this off there. This is part of the build of the body. This is where the tail attaches. As you can see, just slide that in there like so. Then the body, if we remove these two side sections of armor, you can see it's based around this gray piece right here with a little bit of a Technic part, has an axle pin through the center, and that just sits on top of these parts right there, which attaches the legs. Then you just build it up by placing these armor bits on the side like so, place the tail and back attachment on top like so, and attach the head and neck to the front of the build like that. It's hard to fit them both in frame, but here are both of my LEGO Horizon Zero Dawn MOCs. I might do some more in the future, so leave suggestions on which machines you'd like to see. We have the Corruptor, of course, which took me 2 weeks to build, and the Little Watcher, which took me about 4 or 5 days to build. But anyway, I'm very happy with the way these came out. Let me know what you guys think down below. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Also, tell me what you think of my LEGO creations here. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Take care, and bye-bye.